make you do this, do these 5 steps. You do it, and wow, your life is better. But at the end of the day, man, you're so right, man. It's ownership. I teach a class called The African American in U.S. History from 1600 to 1876. It's a rich, rich time of history in this nation's history. But I take it back even further than that. Look at what the African peoples, particularly in West Africa, were like. And the thing that keeps coming back is the P word, property. Ownership. What do I own? What, at the end of the day, what do I grasp onto? And as I look at things, now in our, really post 9/11 American society, where people are really afraid to speak up, and you start thinking about what the media has done. I don't think a Tupac could survive in this type of climate today. He'd be labeled a racist, he'd be labeled a sexist, he'd be labeled all these different things. I mean, think about the students at Penn State right now who are rioting, right? And the media coverage of them. No one's, oh man, they're just like, oh, these students are so sad. Even the way the police are treating them, yeah, I saw some people shooting some pepper spray or whatever, but it's not the viciousness of attack that it comes after people of color, poor middle-class whites, this Occupy, they just raided the camp in New York and stuff and shut down everything. I mean, I know people in Oakland, who's like, man, they got broken jaws, everything. You ever get hit by, because I was part of the 92 insurrections, I'm from LA, I'm from California, I didn't know that, I just got here. So excuse me, I'm still cold, all right? This is like, winter to us is 55 degrees, and we mad as a mofo with that, right? It rains and helicopters come out and film it. I'm not making this up. You've been to LA, you know what I'm talking about. Go when it's raining, the whole city shuts down. So I'm still trying to get used to this stuff. We just moved here because of the economy. I'll get to that in a second. But in 92, man, we caught those cats with their pants down, man, and I wouldn't even call it a riot, in 90. You guys know what, April 29th, 1992, the verdict of the now infamous Rodney King trial, right? And leading up into that point, right, I remember, I'll just keep it real, you know what I'm saying? I remember growing up, that's why I loved about what the Hughes brothers did with Menace to Society. There was a scene in Menace to Society where the 2 brothers got pulled over, they got taken by the cops, they were beaten, and then they were dropped off in another neighborhood. Let me tell you something, that was a daily occurrence in our communities. The cops were more feared in our communities than we feared other gangs. You saw a cop, you would just run the other way, because you didn't know what they were going to do. And not only that, I remember one night we got caught up with some cops, and this was in the Bay Area. I was living in the Bay Area at the time. In the Bay Area at the time, they had a bunch of sea lions down at the docks. And the sea lions, if you know anything about sea lions, they're loud. You just go down there and they're just loud. So that's where cops used to take us to beat us, because you could scream all day long and no one's going to hear you. They would just think it's another sea lion. So I remember we got our asses beat. I remember my friend was sitting next to me, and I remember they had just hit him just the right way. His eyes filled with blood. He's dead on sight, right? Dead on sight. He got hit in the head. Those cops to this day are decorated veteran officers.